Chickity check, check.
Mic check.
We're back.
97 seconds.
Why do your waves look so small and mine look so big?
Bays Boys podcast.
It's happening.
It's not about the size of the dog. It's about the fight in the dog. Whatever that saying is, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah, you've been watching Hustle and Flow, have you? That's what's happening there.
Watching Hustle and Flow.
Yeah.
Well, they thought they could get rid of us. It's the new year, new me.
Is it a new you?
I don't know. It's
You
like
look
that
like
video.
you've been
I've been
doing
watching
some
that
ice
little kid.
skating.
He's like, new year, new me. He's like, Cheryl, you're still on meth. He's like,
right.
and this woman's over here wearing her Cookie Monster pajamas, smoking Marlboros.
Oh,
I've seen plenty of people at Walmart wearing their Cookie Monster pajamas.
you should just be thankful they put on something
Right.
when they left.
Don't be wearing Cookie Monster pajamas when you go out. Come on now.
Have you ever been to that site that shows it's literally just people of Walmart?
Mm.
You remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
That was popular for 5 minutes. There were some crazy people on there.
Oh, for sure. 100%. Hey, I want to start off this episode by giving a big shout out to one of our sponsors, 41K9 Toledo. If you're looking for dog daycare, if you're looking for boarding, you're up in the Toledo area, check them out. It's first class service, first class people. When you go up there, you send them a message. Ask for Whiskey Will. Whiskey Will will take care of you. Solid dude.
Yep, 41K9.
Toledo. Also want to give a shout out to Banana Heads Bakery for all the best dog treats in the world. You can find them on Instagram. Check them out. Find them. They ship damn near anywhere. Look them up. They use organic materials in their dog treats.
Organics.
They're delicious. You can eat them yourself.
Did you invent that when you invented veganism?
No, I didn't. You and this whole thing about I didn't
What?
invent none of that.
I saw some vegans at your show this last weekend.
It wasn't my show. It wasn't my show. Let's. And by the way, you were there too. So let's give a big shout out to that band, Tight Wind.
I was
who does the Ramones covers, man.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
They do a hell of a show.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then they just rip it off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And just at the end of every song, right?
At least you could understand it. I was not expecting that. You know, like I don't know.
And they performed some of the best.
Good.
They did some of the best Ramones songs.
It's like
too.
40 songs I've never heard, but it was dope.
Dude, they were just banging them out.
Yeah, they were. That was a lot.
It was good.
That was
stuff.
a lot.
It was good stuff. They just ripped it.
Yeah, they were all in time though. That was super impressive.
They were tight.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're called Tight Wind.
That's I figured it was a Ramon song. Is that a Ramon song too?
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's a lot of stuff going on there.
Gotcha.
Check them out if you can find them. Tight Wind.
Yeah.
You like the Ramones? Check them out.
The Ramones.
The Ramones. So, how was your week?
My week?
Yeah, how's your week?
I was with you all week. So,
it was
good,
amazing.
I guess. Yeah.
It was friggin' amazing. That's how it was.
Yeah, that's how that was.
So, I wanted to tell a story today. I've been holding on to this one for a while. I totally forgot about it. I may have talked about it before. I don't remember. You ever done any competitive sports?
No.
Never tried any competitive nothing?
No.
Never played soccer or baseball as a kid?
I played sports, but not competitively.
Like, you never on a team?
No, just the recess team.
Okay. Just the recess team.
Just
all
that
right.
team.
You ever done competitive foot racing?
God, what? See how fast I can pedal down the road?
No, I'm talking about you ever done a race before?
No.
Like, never run a 5K, 10K, nothing like that?
Nope.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
So the story is many, many, many moons ago, I decided to run a marathon.
Right.
And I kind of got hornswoggled, if you will, into running this marathon.
Right.
I mean, I never in my entire life envisioned myself as a marathon runner. Wasn't high on my list of priorities.
Yeah.
But my buddy comes to me and he goes, "Hey, man, marathon's in town." I'm like, "That's fantastic. So what of it?" He goes, "We should totally run it." And I looked at him and said, "Bro, we have not trained for this and it's in 2 weeks." He goes, "Fuck all that. We could do it." I'm like, "So you've never trained for this marathon. You're just going to sign up and do it." He's like, "Fuck yeah." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, I'm like, "Why would you think I would want to do this?" Right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, because we're in this unique position based on what we're doing for our job currently.
Right.
If we sign up for it, it only costs us $2.
Nice.
That was
Discount.
like- so I was like, so I get to pay $2 to run 26.2 miles. What the fuck's the benefit
Right.
of that? He goes, you get 2 free t-shirts if you do it. I'm like,
Always worth it.
free t-shirts? Fuck you. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm intrigued by this. He goes, oh, also, did you know that there are people that sit on the side of the road during marathon, drink a beer, and they just hand out free beers to people who go running by them?
Oh my.
So I was like, wait. $2, 2 t-shirts, and free beer?
That's the healthiest race ever.
I'm like, fuck it. I'm in.
That's going to be a good race.
I'm in. It's in 2 weeks. Yeah. Now, mind you, I've never run further than, say, 10 miles on the outside in my entire life up to this point.
Right.
Never. I mean, and that was stretching it. Like the 10-mile run was a stretch. And that may have been the absolute most I've ever run in my entire life.
Right.
Right. And I looked at my buddy. I was like, we can't be the only 2 suckers that do this. Right. So we conned 4 other people into doing it with us. Right. I was like, I'm not going down. Just me and you. We're not going down alone. Right.
Right.
So I was like, well, how the fuck am I going to prep for the fucking marathon? Right. It's the Honolulu Marathon, mind you.
Yeah. Nice and warm.
Oh, real nice and warm. Right. So I figured the best way for me to prep doing this was to start reading running magazines.
Yeah. That'll get you good.
Right. And it was reading this one, Runner's World or whatever it was. And they're like, if you can run half the distance, you can run the whole thing.
Oh.
You can run the whole thing. It's all psychological at that point. If you can run 13.1 miles, you can run 26.2 miles.
Oh.
It's just psychological, right? And I was like, I can do this. I can get my mind right. I can fucking totally do this.
Right.
So it's the night before the race. And I get it. I get all 6 of us together, right? And I look at them and said, listen, I've been doing a lot of reading in these professional running magazines.
Figuring it all out.
And they said the best way to get ready for the race is to do a carb load the night before.
Ugh.
So I made about, I don't know, 8 pounds of pasta.
Good Lord.
For all of us. And I bought a shitload of gallon jugs of Gatorade.
Gnarly.
Like, we're going to fucking carb load and pound a shit ton of Gatorade. We should be good to go for this fucking race tomorrow, right?
Right.
Lineup time. It's 5:30 in the morning, right? So I'm getting prepped for this race, right?
Yeah.
And I just done about 8 months before I'd done a 2-week swimming event, right? Where you have to wear all your clothes all day long in the pool.
Ooh.
And I realized that wearing your clothing soaking wet all day in the pool rubs against your nipples and chafes them terribly, and then you end up bleeding from your nipples, right?
Yes.
So that morning, I'm getting ready for the race. I grab a roll of duct tape, take off 2 big chunks of duct tape, and put them over the top of my nipples. I was like, I'm not going to have this issue today. That's some punk shit. I'm not doing it. And get down the starting line, right? All 6 of us are standing there. I lift up my shirt. I'm like, hey, fellas, who else taped up today? And everybody's like, fuck that.
Oof.
I'm not doing that. And I'm like, oh, you're not prepping for this? They're like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, oh, if you have to ask, I'm not going to tell you. Right. So we get the starting line, and
nipple fans.
The guy that conned me into start doing this whole thing, as we're walking up to the starting line, he's walking by everybody. He goes, I'll see you at the finish line. I'll see you at the finish line. I'll see you at the finish line. And I looked at him. I was like, what the fuck you doing? He's like, now we got to run. I'm like, dude, you're just trying to punk people out. Now, I thought maybe we jog and walk and do whatever.
Have a nice time.
It is have a nice time. I told everybody, I was like, I don't care what happens as long as we all cross the finish line together, right? And he's just walking around like, I'll see you at the finish line. I'll see you at the finish line. And then we see these 2 ladies, right? We end up next to these 2 ladies, and they're like weightlifters, right? They're big. Yeah. They're cock D, right?
Big and
they're just ripped. Like they've been lifting and doing the protein diet and doing
keeping it going
and partaking probably in some some testosterone injections because they were pretty stacked, right?
Call Joe Rogan.
Yeah. And they looked at us and they go, oh, you guys must be blank, right?
Right.
They said, you're so dumb, you probably can't count to 26.
Oh.
That's what they told us, right?
Good.
And I looked at them and I go, you know what? You're right. We are fucking dumb. And we're so dumb that we'll just keep running until they tell us to stop. I looked at her and I said, so I will see you at the finish line.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh no, we're all fucking in now, right? Because now I'm fired up. And as we're standing there, all these people start showing up dressed in costumes.
Ooh.
Right, dressed in costumes.
Furry stuff.
Like, there was Santa Claus and 12 reindeer.
Oh, okay.
There were people dressed as Christmas trees. There
Makes
were
sense.
people dressed as geishas wearing wooden platform shoes.
Yes, 26 miles in those bitches.
Right. And then I seen a guy dressed like the Energizer Bunny Rabbit.
Oh.
And I looked at my crew of fellas and I said, I was fucking pissed at this point. I'm like, these fucking guys, they think so little of this, right?
Right.
This is such a non-plus thing to them that they're just going to show up in costumes in Hawaii in the dead of summer and run that bitch in a costume. Darth Vader. I seen Darth Vader, head to toe Darth Vader, like the black patent leather, look
People
tuck and
are
roll.
crazy, man.
Right? With a lightsaber.
That's
right?
dope.
But I looked at my dudes and I'm like, you see that fucking guy in the pink Energizer Bunny outfit? And they're like, yeah. I said, I don't give a fuck what happens today. We are not getting beat by that fucking asshole. They're like, what? I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck if we got to drag that dude down an alley and whip his ass.
We're not getting beat by the Energizer Bunny today.
I refuse to get beat by the Energizer Bunny. And they're like, right on. We got it.
Oh, my.
We got it. So now we're all fired up, right? Pow. Gun. Right? We take off jogging. And it's like we're at a nice, steady jog, right? A shuffle, if you will. And I'm like, we just need to maintain this pace the entire time. It's not a dead sprint. It's not walking. It's this nice, medium-paced, easy
keep you going
shuffle.
A long time.
Just got to keep moving, right? One leg in front of the other, right? And what I saw while we're running is they got big vats of Vaseline on the side of the road.
Good.
So you can run by and stick your hand in the giant vat of Vaseline and slather your whole body up in Vaseline, especially like between your legs and your armpits, so that you don't chafe and just rub yourself raw.
Right.
But one of the things I read in these runners magazines is that these professional marathon runners, they want to win so fucking bad that they will just piss and shit on themselves.
Oh, yeah.
While they're running.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's pretty normal.
Listen.
Goggins does that a lot.
I knew I wasn't winning nothing. Right? So guess what I'm not doing?
On yourself.
I'm not going to piss and shit on myself for this fucking marathon. I am not winning shit.
Bro.
Right?
There's some competitions you just got to poopy for.
Not worth it.
Not worth?
Not worth the $2. I didn't pay $2 to shit on myself. I could have stayed at home and just shit on myself
for
in my
free.
living room for free. I'm not doing that.
Less time, less running. less running involved.
Less misery, less suffering, right?
Go take a shower right after.
Right. About every mile and a half, they got a water point, right?
Yeah.
They got tables with water and tables full of Gatorade lined up, right?
Right.
So you just run by, you grab a cup of water, you slam a cup of water, grab a cup of Gatorade, slam a cup of Gatorade, then you grab a sponge that's soaking wet in ice cold water, squeeze the sponge over your head, let the cold water run down, you throw the sponge down, you just keep moving, right?
Right.
Well, I didn't realize this, but there are a ton of Japanese tourists who come for this event.
Okay.
And what they do is at every water checkpoint, they just stop dead in the middle of the road and take up the whole middle of the road and like hang out for 15, 20 minutes and just drink real slow. And they sit there and chatter with each other. But the problem is they block up the whole road.
Nice.
So I'm like, we can't stop this freight train. This freight train's got to keep on rolling, right? So I told everybody as we're approaching we took one checkpoint to realize this thing because you can see it at the next one, right? I'm like, everybody get behind me in a single file line. So everybody gets behind me, right? I take 2 glasses of Gatorade and I hold it in my mouth. And as I'm approaching the wall of these Japanese tourists, I start making these noises like, oh, oh, oh. And then I just put my hand in front of my face and I just spew out orange Gatorade, like vomit,
Nice.
through my fingers at the wall of the Japanese
All of
tourists.
them.
And they parted like the Red Sea.
Nice.
And we just kept on moving. The train could not friggin' stop, right? You got to keep going, right?
Right.
Once
you don't
that
want your
train,
nipples to chafe
you don't want
by
your
stopping
you don't
and going.
want-
So you just keep going.
You don't want your friggin' nipples
Right.
to chafe, right? And so we're going, and at about mile like 6, there's 2 guys sitting on the side of the road in lawn chairs
Yes.
with a cooler full of beer between the 2 of them.
They handing out beers?
They were crushing beers at like
Oh my.
6 something in the morning, right? And they're heckling the runners as they go by, right? Just getting drunk and heckling.
Yes.
And I look by and I was like, "Where's my fucking beer?" They're like, "We got you on the way back, homie." And I'm like,
Right.
"Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want that ice cold, delicious beer so bad." And that's all I'm focusing on, right? I'm focusing on. And then we get to like, I don't know, mile 10, right? And the Ethiopian guy that won that year is on his way in.
It's already done.
My man's passing us. It was probably even sooner than mile 10. We was probably like mile 7.
Right.
And this dude is just dead sprint. He looks like the Running Man, right? Dead
Right.
sprint on his way past us with a
Faster
motorcycle
than you.
cop in front of him, right?
Oh.
He's leading the pack.
Nice.
He's just out there by himself, just trucking. And I'm like, well, there's that.
Yeah.
That's a
There's the
definite sign.
winner.
There's a definite sign. We are not winning this motherfucker. just putting it out there, right? The guy who's
Call
winning
Joe Rogan
just passed us, and he's
on his
On it-
way back.
on his way back, and we haven't even met
The halfway point.
the halfway point. And I'm like, this is totally fucked. right?
Jeez.
So you get to mile 13, right? You think it's the turnaround point.
Right.
Nope. This course made a left turn. And like,
Just kept going.
dude, and you're dashed. Like your hopes, it's like smashing a glass bottle with a rescue note on the rocks, right? Like,
Right.
your last dream that somebody might rescue you just got smashed on the rocks right in front of you. You're like, what do you mean this is the turnaround point? This is 13 miles. This is where you're supposed to turn around. They're like, nope. And you just make that left turn and you
Just
keep on going, right? And I was like, this is getting hard. This is getting difficult. And we're about mile 18, mile 19, right? And I look at my guys and they're running and they're holding their shirts off their bodies, right?
Off
and they've
their
got
nipples.
blood stains down the front of their
Yes.
shirts because their soaking wet shirts had just rubbed their nipples raw and they're
Oh,
bleeding all
yeah.
over the place. I'm like, you might as well just take them off. You must well just
Right.
tie your shirt around your head,
They're
right?
done. Yep.
And just keep going because nothing you're going to do is going to help you at this point.
No.
But I'm all right because my duct tape's holding strong, right? Mile 20.
Yes.
Mile
Nipples are
20.
fresh.
My nipples are still
Still good.
Still good. We come across Darth Vader. And Darth Vader is dragging his lightsaber and he's walking.
Yeah, my man.
Right. Dude, it's like 900 degrees outside at this point,
Was
right?
he still wearing the helmet at
Dude,
least?
everything. He's still got everything on, but he's walking.
My boy's chonies were wet.
Bro,
Dude, he was soaked.
and he's dragging that
His
lightsaber.
boots were
And
sloshing.
he sounds like Darth Vader because he's like,
Hey, guys.
and as I ran by, I'm like, where's the force now, motherfucker? And my man gives me the bird. He's like, fuck you. Right?
Yes.
I'm like, I'm not the asshole dressed like Darth Vader.
Right.
900 degrees, all
Should've
in
dressed
black.
like Leia, dummy.
Yeah, all in black. Like, yeah,
It was a
Leia,
Leia costume.
when Jabba the Hutt was holding her hostage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open air, breezy, easy,
Right.
beautiful Leia cover girl.
And we're on the way back. Right. And I passed the dudes drinking beer. And they're still drinking beer.
Oh my.
And I'm like, where's my fucking beer? And the dude ran out and gave me an ice cold beer.
Yes.
And I'm pound down this beer as I'm jogging by him and I throw the can down on the track. And I was instantaneously intoxicated.
Yeah.
Instantaneously
Right.
drunk. I was so drunk I couldn't feel my legs anymore.
Yes.
And I literally felt like I was floating above the
Yeah,
ground.
nothing in your body after 15 miles, 20 miles.
Dude, this is like 21, 22
nice.
miles, and I'm fucking drunk as shit, right? And all I could hear in my head was Chariots of Fire. And I'm like, I'm fucking doing it. I'm
finishing the race.
I'm crushing this motherfucker. And I was just drunk as fuck. And like a quarter mile later, literally a quarter mile later, the cramps kicked in.
Nice.
Dude, and I'm starting
That
locking
good
up.
beer.
I started locking up from that beer, and I'm like, oh, this is the worst pain of my life. And some dude came running out with a box top full of bananas.
Oh,
Dude, so I grabbed one of the bananas and literally just swallowed the whole banana.
there you go.
Didn't even chew the thing
You
up.
heard it first.
And all of a sudden, all the cramps went away. And I was like, I can do it again, right?
Oh,
And we're
my.
jogging. And they kept saying, like, you're getting close. Like, there was like 8 signs that said on the route, you're getting closer.
You're almost done.
Don't quit. Keep going.
Don't die.
Don't die. Right. And I'm like, fuck. Where's it? And it's like 25.3 miles. And then the next one's like 25.4 miles. And I'm like,
Nice.
are you serious? Like,
You
I don't need to count
down every 100 feet.
I don't need this countdown. I just need to finish this fucking race at this point. I'm like, we're like all, and you know, the great thing is we never saw the goddamn Energizer Bunny. I hope that guy died on the route. You know
Oh,
what I'm
my.
saying?
He quit.
He quit, dude.
He didn't
You
even
can't be in a
finish.
big, giant, furry pink costume with a drum on your belly. A
No.
giant, you know, like
No.
drum like you're at the baseball
And
game.
go 23 miles.
And go 26.2
Or
miles.
he was the last motherfucker in the whole race and they got him on camera and it's a famous story that you didn't see on the news because you were drunk from your beer.
It's very possible. It's
Yeah.
very fucking
He
possible.
finished the race that night. He was the last one to come in.
And he's beating on his drum as he's
and he's
crossing
still
the
playing
race.
the drum. That's where they got the commercial
boom,
from.
Boom, boom, right?
In fact, that's how that commercial was started. Thanks a lot, Joe Skelly.
You're welcome. I may have started that too.
Fucked
right?
us on that
I
too.
fucked you on that. So we end up crossing the race. We end up finishing the race. We all cross the line together. There's a great photo finish, right? Cameras click, click, click,
Right.
click. We got the pictures of it. And as soon as you run across the race, run across the line, they're putting these necklaces of beaded shells around your neck because it's
Oh
out in
my.
Hawaii, right?
Right.
And they hand you a glass of Coca-Cola that's about as big as your fucking skull,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And you pound down this ice cold glass
Electrolytes,
of
caffeine,
Coca-Cola.
and sugar.
Caffeine and sugar. And next thing you know, I'm feeling like I drank that
Right.
beer again. I'm like, I can't feel my legs. I'm high as fuck. This is
Right.
amazing.
Sugar rush.
This is not miserable. I thought it was gonna be way worse than this,
oh
right?
my.
And they got massage chairs laid out and just people just flopped all over these massage chairs, getting massaged all over the place, right?
Nice.
So we worked our way back to my dude's brown Camaro that we had called shit instead of kit because it was brown.
Yes.
Drove back to where we were living, and like good people, instead of eating a healthy meal, instead of stretching out,
Started drinking.
started drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon and Crown Royal.
Oh my.
Yep. And you think that's a great idea, and you're really, really drunk until the cramps set in.
That's healthy.
Yeah. And then you got to call your friends who may be medical professionals
To come massage you down.
to come give you 17 liters of fluid through an
Oh.
IV.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So-
healthy.
So that you don't die because of bad life choices and decisions.
Right.
Yeah. The amazing thing was you don't walk right
Ever
like
again?
for like a couple of days after.
Oh,
you
I'm
know,
sure.
For a couple days after,
But we
easily.
can't bend, move, or do anything.
Right. And part of the deal was that we were told, hey, if you run this and you come back with, you know, your receipt saying you ran it, when everybody else is out running and exercising for the next week,
You don't have to.
you don't have to participate.
Did it work out?
Fuck no. The next day we're
Still
like,
had to participate?
yeah, the next day they were like, fuck that, get out of here, you're running.
Right.
Dude, I was like, what is wrong with you people? Don't you know what we just did? They
Yep.
didn't care. No shit's given.
No.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're going to push and you're going to run and you're
Don't
going to
bring
jump
your
just like
stupid
everybody else.
coupon to
Yeah.
here, pal. The coupon's no good.
Your coupon's no
Yeah.
good.
Void.
That's great. That's great.
Do not collect
Yeah. Sorry.
$200.
Do not pass go.
Yeah.
So that's my one and my only time that I ever competed in a athletic,
Race?
I guess professional athletic event, right?
Is that an athletic event?
It is. Because
Gotta
the
be
winner,
athletic to shit yourself.
the winner
And win.
won a giant purse for winning.
Oh, really?
Right? And he finished the race in 2 hours and 13 minutes.
2 hours and 13 minutes.
As how fast he ran the Honolulu Marathon.
How many minutes a mile is that?
That's 13 miles an hour for those who can't do math.
Is that right?
My man finished that race in just over 2 hours.
That's pretty fast.
Well, he was like 6'8" and weighed like 97 pounds, soaking wet with 2 bricks in his pocket.
Right.
And his legs went from his feet to his chin. Like he had a chest that was like 7 inches high.
Right.
And he was all legs. It was all legs.
That's wild.
And my man ran like the fucking wind. Ran like the wind. And I'm going to tell you this. Those fucking running magazines
not correct.
Did not help me train for that race.
Don't you know that those are just advertising? They just want you to buy their shoes and their nipple shirt.
Yeah.
This shirt will protect your nipples.
No. Duct tape.
That really is a big thing.
Duct tape protects your nipples.
Duct tape is good, huh?
Duct tape
good. Nipples burning bad.
Yeah. Duct tape will protect your nipples, but I will tell you this. They don't help you train. Those magazines aren't for training, apparently. You're supposed to actually go out and run prior.
You can't just
to that.
Read.
You just can't read a running magazine and then just go and fucking doing it.
Yeah, go figure.
I will say all 6 of us finished at 5 hours and 18 minutes.
5 hours, huh?
5 hours and 18 minutes. That's, I guess, a reasonable time for somebody
not a bad pace.
Who never trained ever for the race and just signed up to do it.
Right. You beat the bunny.
Yeah.
Does anything else matter?
Nothing else matters except for the Energizer.
Beating the bunny?
Beating that fucking Energizer bunny rabbit.
Listen, how many vegan friends were at that show with you?
Wait, you just jumping trains here?
Yeah.
I have no idea how many there.
Because I'm starting to think here.
What are you thinking?
The reason you were able to run that race so well is because back then you were a vegan.
No, I was never vegan.
I don't know.
I don't think, no.
Seems pretty healthy.
Never.
You seem pretty healthy. That pasta, you didn't throw that pasta up? Normally people throw that pasta up.
No, did not.
Supposed to be eating 10 pounds of pasta before the race. I don't know who told you that.
I read it in the fucking magazine. You're supposed to carb load.
I'm pretty sure that's bro science. Like, if you're a professional, you're supposed to eat fucking 20 pounds. Like Phelps, he probably eats 10 pounds of pasta a night.
Well, I didn't eat that. That was split amongst the 6 of us.
Yeah.
That was split amongst the 6 of us.
I don't know, man. Sounds fishy. Sounds fishy.
That Gatorade didn't help neither.
I'm going to sign you up for another race.
No, I'm not. I'm done.
No
My racing is over with. I don't have to prove anything else to anybody else. I got the
would you do a
marathon?
Would you do like a rickshaw race where you had to pull a rickshaw with somebody in it?
Fuck no.
No?
Fuck, why?
Because it'd be funny.
What?
Because it'd be funny just pulling a rickshaw down the road wearing your Bays Boys podcast shirt with a rice hat.
Oh, wow.
You got to have that.
I'm not doing that.
No hat, no rickshaw.
Nah, well, I guess I'm not doing a rickshaw race.
We need a rickshaw race. It even sounds good. Rickshaw race. It rolls off the tongue. Right?
Some people might be offended by your fucking rickshaw race.
Those things are dope. If I did it with a fucking Spartan, a horse, and tried to stab somebody, I'd be cool. Okay? If I do it with a rickshaw, I'm bad. Okay, well,
it's double standards all over the fucking
so.
Double standards all over the fucking
Spartans
place.
and them were okay with it, though. They're like, we're not offended by you just being a dick and whacking people with your rickshaw and horse thing.
Well, that sounds remotely like wheelchair jousting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I was also going with that, except for with a rickshaw. That'd be scary, though, because I wouldn't want to be the horse in that game.
What, in wheelchair jousting?
No, in the rickshaw one.
Oh.
The horse in the wheelchair jousting's fine because I'm
no, listen, no, it's
Plus,
not fine.
I can just let go.
Because listen, if your horse is a bitch in wheelchair jousting, you're getting fucked.
Yeah, I know.
You are getting fucked up.
That's what I'm saying.
And as somebody who got fucked up because my horse bailed at the last second and just shoved my wheelchair and then just took off running.
You should have had Mr. Yingling as your horse.
Oh, Mr. Yingling.
Power.
Mr. Yingling may have been a witness to wheelchairs jousting.
There you go. So
he
you
may have been at the
event
event
as a horse.
Yeah.
That would have been the Super V12. He would have just flicked you into it.
Speed wins. Speed wins.
Right.
Speed wins.
Speed and power are always the best.
Yes.
American muscle.
Yep.
That's what I hear, anyways. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I hear. They tell me.
And I don't recall us wearing helmets either.
Oh my.
Maybe a mouthpiece. Maybe.
Right.
I don't.
You need helmets when you run those long Honolulu races. You like it? I just bounced. See where I bounced back?
Yeah, no.
Flippy floppy.
No,
Flippy floppy.
nowhere in
He's
helmets.
like, I did not wear my helmet to that race.
I did not wear
year.
my helmet to that race. Fuck
Right,
that.
right.
No. Listen, I don't have to prove anything to anybody else anymore. I already did it.
I think we should do another race.
Oh yeah. And then what's
We should make our own race. Like we should call it the Mansfield race.
Okay.
In a wheelchair, with a helmet, and no, in a wheelchair with the rice hat, being pushed around Mansfield. Oh,
You probably attract all the wrong attention. I'm just saying.
Who would you pick for a horse then?
No, because I wouldn't participate in that race. I'm just saying.
You don't want to go in there and
No.
hang out?
No. How about we do a?
Okay.
How about we have an open invitational steeplechase?
Oh,
Where people gotta jump over obstacles.
That's a good one.
And like
Who the
horses.
fuck are we gonna find to do that? That I'm not sure we could find people for.
I bet we could get people to do that.
You think Tommy Skelly do some jumping? I'm not jumping.
I'll ask him.
I'll keep score.
Like you got a
Maybe
hurdle and then you
clipboard.
got to jump over a hedgerow, but the next thing on the other side of the hedgerow is like a pond, right? And then you
Oh
gotta-
my!
Yeah, something like that, something along those lines. But we are not going to do it with people with hobby horses between their legs. You've seen that video where those people were running around with those toy horses between their legs, and they're adults, and you're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I think
it's a little bizarre.
Well, that video, 50% of the content of that video is missing because that always leads back to the bedroom. So that's why that video is confusing. Right. Yeah. See?
I'm so proud of you and your toy horse.
Right.
You won this race.
Right.
Why don't you bring the horse back to the house?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Are we talking about where they have the wooden horse or where the person is the horse?
No, I'm talking about the
both.
person.
They're both fucked
with
up.
the wooden stick.
Yeah, they're fucked.
And the horse head.
They're both fucked
The stuffed animal horse
Right.
head on it, and they're jumping over obstacles and running around the inside of the horse track thing.
You know what that is?
No.
They're just afraid of real horses.
So-
You go there, you find out it's totally normal. This is just the people who want to be horse jumpers but are mortally terrified of horses.
So they give him the toy horse,
Right.
and they run
It's
around
a
with
safety thing. It's the equivalent of kids with bumpers at the bowling alley.
it. Oh, is that
No,
your spin on this?
No, I really think there's some fat guy off to the side, like slapping himself while he waits for her to get done,
Oh yeah.
So
there's
sideways.
something. There's a little something because listen, you shouldn't be a 32-year-old an adult running around with a toy horse between your legs, jumping over barricades and things like that, and horse jumping, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Imagine.
I know there are conventions for people who want to dress like horses and other animals, and that's not where we're going with this.
Do you think you could go to one of those conventions? Do you think you could even go? Just to even spectate?
You would have to go in a costume.
Nope. The fuck you would. Listen,
I
man.
don't know.
They want
No,
They want to
don't.
convert
No,
you.
they
They
don't.
won't let you. They'll just let you.
No, they won't. Because that's like the bronies
Ooh.
conventions.
All right. This is going sideways.
This is totally going sideways.
Reel it in.
If you were a brony, what would your horse be?
Fucking Christ.
What would your name be?
Joe Skelly.
Oh, you can't.
My code name.
You can't because that wasn't
Skelly,
a real. That wasn't.
Skelly Joe.
That wasn't a real My Little Pony name.
I don't wait for fuck. First of all, I didn't know there were real ones. Second of all, I don't know one fucking My Little Pony name.
Well, then you wouldn't work at a brony convention.
Tell me one, Joe Skelly.
I don't know. I don't
Shaggy?
know any. You're gonna have to Google. You'll have to Google My
Nope.
Little Pony names.
That's not getting Googled. Not on this Google later. It's not.
You don't want that in your search history.
Nope.
All right.
I don't want Connor, my FBI agent, to think weird things.
Dude, he already thinks weird shit
Yeah.
based on your.
No
I mean,
bronies.
you're already declining to
Oh,
buy
God.
teeth on eBay.
Fuck.
You're already declining to buy teeth on eBay for a one-off horror fan fiction bath bomb.
I'm scared of the guy who might order that. Speaking of being scared of the guy, we need to throw a shout out to Chris.
Oh, Go
who
ahead.
wrote us
Oh, Chris wrote
and
us.
said he found our sticker at a Greyhound bus, so he knew this would be legit. It fucking is, guy. What's also
Are
super
you sure it was a
legit-
Greyhound bus? It wasn't on a
it-
local bus?
It probably was. He was probably at the Greyhound station.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you found our sticker at the bus station,
Yeah.
and he's like, you guys had to be legit, and he had to
It's
check
true.
us out.
It's true.
Well, shout out to you, Chris, for finding our sticker.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed the story of nipple taping, pasta eating, bunny beating, racing.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to get on this show. You never know what you're going to get.
No, you don't.
And if you're a brony,
Let us know.
let us know. Write
what
the
your
show.
code name is.
Yeah, write the show and tell
Also,
us.
what are the requirements? Is it like ICP? Can you just join that gang for free? Or do I got to do things?
I don't know.
Do things or what?
I don't know. Is there a test? Is there a test to become a brony?
Yeah, you got to drink so much Fanta.
That's
Or-
ICP.
Oh, right.
That's ICP.
Right, what the fuck ever. Listen, Shaggy, we know you know what. We know why you know.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those fucking kids around these days. Hooligan motherfuckers hanging out with their ICPs and their druggies and shit.
hanging out in the corner drinking Fanta.
Right.
Stay away from those tough kids. Look
Yeah.
at all that Fanta.
Yeah. Listen, if you're still wearing Jankos.
Write the show.
Oh, fuck.
Bays,
Nope. Listen, if you're still wearing Jankos,
baysbasement.com.
you can.
There's a section on there's a tab
Oh.
on there that says reach out, write the
Oh,
show.
my God.
Email us. Let us know if you're still wearing Janko jeans or if you're a brony and what it takes to become a brony. I mean, I don't know.
This whole fucking episode's fucked up.
It's totally fucked. You never know what happened.
We were going to have positive things to talk about.
Like what?
We already talked about most of them last week, like Colgate's dinners, so we can't.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. But more positive than that.
more positive
At
than
least it's not necropans.
well, we could. Yeah, it's not
We
that.
can talk about that.
It's not
Write us if you have necropans. We've never said that.
because there's only one pair and they're in a museum. I don't think anybody else has a pair of them.
Yeah, how do we know?
Okay, fair
There might
enough.
be another Buffalo Bill out there.
All right,
Buffalo Bill, if you're out there, please write the show only.
and right, and then send us your
Redacted.
address.
No. What? Don't send us your address, guy. If you're out there, Buffalo Bill, you keep that shit to your damn self. You can write the show, but we don't want to be an accessory to anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
Public
enough.
service announcement number 1.
For
You're going to tell
this
us about
week.
your crimes. Please don't admit who you are. I don't want to know.
I don't know if I necessarily want to know about your crimes either.
I don't want to know
because,
either. I'm
Listen,
just
Connor might have some
Oh,
questions.
for fuck's sake.
Connor might have some questions.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a communication with
Listen, we
the
are
feds.
storytellers. We have to tell people about whatever the fuck they tell us. Like this bus stop story or bus story.
Bus station, bus
That's
stop.
the right story.
Yeah.
That's the right story.
You know, and he's not the only person to spot one of our stickers. right?
Mm.
Didn't we have another gentleman who spotted our sticker a while back? And where did he find it?
In a urinal.
And what was the email he sent? He said, you guys must be legit as fuck if I can find your sticker in bottom of a urinal out in the middle.
Of a urinal while I'm taking a piss.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
He was like, I'm kind of confused how I got there.
Right. And we don't know. We don't care. We don't mind where they go. We don't hall monitor. Our listeners like to stick things in weird places. Shout out to Kenobi.
Hey.
Kenobi. We know where you live, dog. You better remember that. Oh, speaking of which, Kenobi, you missed a good show.
Yeah. Hey.
Shit.
There
I
we
was
go.
supposed to text you. That's
Yeah.
my bad. It's my bad.
That is your bad.
But shout out to Chris for coming to find us on the show.
Shout out to Bianca, who's always
and
out
finding
there.
the stickers. Yep, Bianca's hiding.
Man, it's all good.
Bianca's just replaying that Mr. Yingling episode, she said. She liked the Mr. Yingling voice.
She like, all right, fair enough.
Right. We've got an exciting year coming for you guys. Lots of guests already lined up.
All kinds of guests lined up.
Yeah, I think we're coming up on our next guest already.
Yes, very soon.
A couple.
Couple of guests.
One of them specifically, and I'm going to titty twist you with this, has a Bigfoot story,
Oh,
which I'm pretty excited to hear. Because
Yeah.
you guys all got me hooked on this, Bigfoot thing.
oh yes.
Looking at it.
Oh yeah.
Tell them about the monkey hand. Or
Monkey-
the ape hand.
What ape hand?
You remember that one we saw the other day with no pigmentation?
Oh, Oh, the gorilla.
Gorilla.
It was a
My
gorilla
Bad, my bad.
that didn't have pigmentation in its
his
hand.
hand.
And it looked
like a human
giant,
hand.
fat human hand.
That was fucking crazy.
That was crazy. We're not that far off. Then there was,
I mean, one of the big stories is that we're the apes, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm feeling it. I wish I could climb trees better. I wish I could punch a little harder. I'm not feeling that I might have the good ape genetics, you know.
You got the slow fat ape genetics.
Yeah. I don't know what happened here.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel less like
Because
great
when you people went out-
Silverback
when-
and more like Funny Louie from The Jungle Story how I feel like I got flopped here. And that I don't even think he's an ape. So
I don't think so.
We're
But
getting
that's
fucked.
because your people migrated out to the
right.
Pacific.
Right.
And they
Yeah, Louis did have a fat face and a big belly, didn't he?
Look,
He must be Pacific Islander
he's
too.
Pacific Islander. And look,
He's been eating that spam.
oh, dude.
You're right.
We're gonna maybe we'll do that on an episode. We'll cook up spam. We'll
wait,
talk
wait,
about the
wait.
different
Are
ways
we?
to make
I think the mukbang channel just needs to happen, man.
it. No, God, no.
I will put you on eating
No.
spam.
That's all right. I don't need to do that.
We'll put Shaggy on eating spam.
Yeah.
You
Well,
guys already have
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
So,
What?
So
mukbang.
I
You
don't.
ate that chip into the mic.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
crunch that chip.
I did crunch that
You
chip. That's that
mukbanged
weird
it already,
ASMR thing.
bro.
That's that weird ASMR where people have
Ooh.
that fetish for listening to people crunch
Ooh.
on stuff.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm not down with all that. Maybe not necessarily.
right.
Maybe that video will come out this year about how to save Guam from tipping over.
Oh no, that's coming.
That's coming.
We're working on that.
Yeah, that's going to come out.
We were actually looking for we were building, looking for our model pieces the other day.
Yep.
We were out looking for that.
We're making our set for that video.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And we're going to
gonna
start
have to
that
have,
Save Guam
listen,
GoFundMe.
it's going to be scientific. It's all
100%.
scientific.
100%
Like
scientific.
our fucking Google Science facts is going to be hard as fuck.
Dude, hard
gonna
as
be
nails.
Typing that keyboard with such conviction that our research is going to be top notch.
Top notch. Top notch research.
And if nothing else, at least you can watch us in high def.
Right,
Because,
listen.
because our info might not be top notch, but our camera is. So
our
we're Gucci.
our camera is top notch. Listen, I don't claim to be a scientist. I just play one on the radio.
Yeah.
On the air.
Right.
On air.
Right.
And we
Right.
got to order our white science jackets.
Yeah.
We got to order.
We should.
Yeah, we got to order. Our
We should.
scientist
That would
jackets.
make us more official.
way more efficient.
Way more.
Nobody's gonna believe you if you're wearing a Batman
This
t-shirt.
whole thing went sideways.
Yeah.
Am I wearing a Batman shirt?
Not
No, it's a
today.
black shirt today with holes in it, though. It's unprofessional. That's the good thing about radio, though. We can look like slobs.
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Not until the photo op. Then we got to dress nice.
Then we got to dress
Mega
nice.
Beast will grab us. But listen, thanks for checking us out, everybody.
Oh, we appreciate it. Hey, don't forget to get on your favorite platform, right? Give us a rating, write us a review.
It's true. You should review us.
Help us
Basically, tell us how we
tell your platform how
made your
amazing
mom
we
excited.
are. Yeah. And how your family
Please have
members
your
love
mom
us.
write us
Oh, have your
and
mom
let
write
us know
Yeah.
how she likes the show. We don't really care about you guys. It was more the show was made more for moms. Is the basis of this, okay?
Is that what it's about?
Right.
Get on your Echo Dot. Listen to us on your Echo Dot. Listen
Right.
to us on your Alexa. You listen
Get
to us
us-
on your smartwatch, your smartphone, wherever you're listening. Oh,
Right.
your smart refrigerator.
Get a sticker, put it on your forehead, wear it around.
Or slap it on somebody's. Just leave them out there in the wild.
Oh boy. We're going to hell.
If you want one of
We're
our
going to hell.
and listen, if you want a free sticker from us,
Yep.
write the show, give us your
Right.
address, we'll send you a free sticker.
Maybe.
Maybe a couple.
If we can find them. We've lost a lot of them.
They're out there floating around. They're about 4 states right now.
Oh, more than that.
Bus stops,
Right.
train stations,
Hobo areas.
hobo areas,
It's where we frequent the most.
bathrooms.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for checking out the show. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear your dilemmas. We want to hear about your tragedies. Write us at baysbasement.com. Tell us why you are the only Highlander that matters.
Why you will be the only Highlander left. Hey, on that note, wait, one last thing. Fuck, now you made me forget.
Well,
30, 97
Gotta be
seconds.
faster, Highlander.